You may have seen him on things such as Gangland, Lockdown, and America's Most Wanted. Let's give it up for Bryan Ross.
And all of a sudden it gets really quiet. You guys act like you've never seen a fucking serial rapist before. What the fuck? You know, she's talking about Harry Bush. Dude's talking about pimping his daughter out to the booty bandit. I gotta be a fucking grade up from that shit, right? I don't give a fuck how I look. So I gotta show you. See my boo-boo? I got a boo-boo. I went to Cal Worthington this week. His dog Spot got me. Everybody seen Cal Worthington, right? I don't even think that fucking dude's alive anymore. I think they scraped his guts out, and he's like one of those Country Bear Jamboree Jumbotrons now or whatever, Animatrons. He's just, because he was old when I was a kid, right? And he's still pimping cars. How crazy is that motherfucker anyway, right? If I even have a pit bull, but if I see another one and they're snarling, I get kind of scared. You know, he'll do anything. They're like, hey, Cal, we need you to ride a lion for this commercial. Okay, I'll do it. We need you to wrestle an orangutan. No problem. We need you to butt fuck a water buffalo. It's good. I'll do it. You know, whatever. He doesn't care. He's fucking fearless. You know what I mean? And the young people in here that don't get that, apparently you're not staying up and watching late night TV or something. But when I'm long dead and you're old and he's still on commercials, you're going to know what I'm talking about. So, I joined a gym about a month ago. I'm 51, and I'm starting to feel the thing, right? And so this shit slid last year, and I feel like I need to join the gym. And when I was working out a lot, I can get pretty huge, pretty yoked up. So I'm feeling like I'm probably going to get like big up here, but this shit's not moving back up. So I think I'm changing my goals. I'm not going for a Jersey Shore situation. I'm going for a silverback mountain gorilla look. You know what I mean? That's where I'm headed. In comedy, it is a much hackneyed device to talk about poop jokes. But I gotta touch on this subject a little bit. I don't even give a shit, right? Ben Franklin, he says nothing is certain in life but death and taxes, right? I can cheat on my taxes. But nothing in life is certain except death and having to take a shit. Because when you gotta go, you gotta go. Right? Shit is the great equalizer of all people. Because anytime you feel less than George Clooney or the Queen of England, all you gotta do is think about him and think, you know, that motherfucker has to sit on the toilet and wipe a fucking clod of mud off his ass, just like me. I mean, even Jesus was a man. I'm pretty sure he took a shit, and I'm pretty sure it stank, you know. Because, like, when he was up on the mountain for 40 days without eating, and then all of a sudden he's fucking drinking a shitload of wine, eating bread and fish, you know, he's probably having to have, like, Peter keep point while he's over in the bush, and he's like, dude, what the fuck you been eating? Well, fuck, I was starving, and I fucking ate all that fish and bread, and I'm fucked up, you know, my guts. And women don't think poop is funny. And I know why this is. Because women, basically, they don't poop. It turns out. Men love poop. Men think everything to do with poop is funny. You know why? Because we can do it. Yeah! Sorry, bitches. But here's the trip. Women, I could just get done fucking some broad in the ass, and then she won't let me see her going to the bathroom. It's like, what the fuck is with that? What is with this goddamn thing right here? I'm trying to be cool and fucking do it all suave. It's not working. But the deal is, it's like, hey, what are you tripping on me looking at you taking I just had 7 inches of cock in your ass. Now you're going to worry about whether... There's corn in my pee hole, really? You're going to worry about whether I'm watching you poop? Come on. I thought we were a little bit beyond that, right? And women say, oh, well, I don't like anal sex. Then why are you getting that fucker, like, waxed and bleached, really? Just in case some point in my life I decide I want to. And even hookers are like, you know, they'll be like all hoary, but then it's like, I'll even let you get some anal sex. You know, that's where we get sensitive, right? By the time I'm getting anal sex, I don't give a fuck if you got like Sherwood Forest up there with a mongoose coming out. We've already established I'm a nasty motherfucker, and so are you. So I don't care what it looks like. You know, we can have the chocolate war stripes. I don't care. Just get busy on it. The reason I bring all this shit up is that most of the time, poop is not really funny. You know when it's not funny? It's when you step in it. I did that the other day. Actually, it was the other night. And you know how when you're waking up in the middle of the night and you're fucking asleep, you know, you're like, duh. And I go walking outside and your brain's on duh. It takes me a while to wake up. When you step in shit, your brain is kicking into fucking light speed. You don't even realize it, but there's like little nanosecond signals going through. I figured it out. There's like 5 stages of grief for death. There's 5 stages of grief for poop stepping. And here's how they go. The first one is when you are coming out of that sleep in about fucking 1/1,000,000th of a second. There's confusion. You're like, what the fuck? Because your toe is sending back little signals like, I've encountered an object, but I'm not sure yet what this is. So I'm trying to decipher the little signals. And then as you can't help but step a little far forward, you get into the denial. No, that's not a poop. That is it. That is not a poop at all. It can't be happening to me. Then you get into the bargaining. Please, God, let that not be a shit that I'm stepping in. Oh, my God. Don't let it happen. And then you get into disgust. Oh, fuck. It is shit. I have stepped in the shit. Now, I know my foot's going to smell like shit for about a week now. Fuck. And then you get into anger, right? And it's like that goddamn dog. I'm going to kill that motherfucker, you know? But then I realized, you know, it's just a fucking dog, you know? When you gotta go, right? And besides, it could have been the one that I took in the backyard last night. I don't know. I'm going to say this one last thing here. I got a problem with sex addiction. Sex addiction? Listen, I was an alcoholic and a drug addict for 35 years, right? I would have drank Lysol if I thought it could have got me drunk. I think I even ate birth control once, thinking I could get high off it. I wasn't picky. When you're an alcoholic and when you're a real addict, you're not picky. You're just like, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm taking it, right? Sex addicts, you don't see them fucking ugly women. If they were really addicted, they'd be like, oh, there's a tree, there's a couch, there's a dog's ass. They wouldn't be picky. It wouldn't even have to be women. You know what I mean? I just need something wrapped around my cock. That's a real addict right there. Thank you very much.
Hungry? Oh, no wonder why the food orders drop when Bryan goes on stage. I like to talk about poo. I'm not ashamed of it. I like to talk about anal sex, too. Anal sex and poo.